Hello students, today we will learn about touch sensor first, and after that we will discuss the complete functionality and code of ultrasonic sensor also. So firstly, I will show you the picture of touch sensor which is available in your EV3 kit. You can see on the screen, this is the touch sensor. And here are two holes and one plus symbol. By the help of these three things, you can easily connect this touch sensor to the EV3 robotic body. So before coding, we have to insert this touch sensor in the robotic body so that we can easily perform our given task. Okay, you can insert at the right side of the body, or you can insert at the left side of the body. Whatever side you want to choose, you can choose it according to your own choice. And after insertion of this touch sensor, you have to put the cable of this touch sensor into the port 1, 2, 3, and 4. In any port you can choose. You can pick any port number like 1 or 2 or a 3 or a 4. आप कोई भी port choose कर सकते हैं to insert this sensor. And after insertion, we can design the code. But before that, we will learn what is the role of touch sensor. Touch sensor is an analog sensor that can detect when the sensor's red button has been pressed and when it is released. आप देख सकते हैं at the front side, you can see the red part is available, red button is available. That means the touch sensor can be programmed to action using 3 conditions. आप जो भी action provide करेंगे, वो 3 conditions पर run करेगा. First one is pressed. आप अगर किसी भी obstacle से ये touch होता है तो ये press mode में जाएगा. And after that, अगर आप back लेते हैं तो ये release mode में जाएगा. And the third condition, that is bump. That means both conditions will work together, both press and release. That is the third condition, bumped condition. You can choose any state during the programming. जहां भी आप उसको detect कराना चाहते हैं, जिस भी state में आप detect कराना चाहते हैं, you can pick anyone. I will show you how you can pick the states during the programming. So basically, using input from the touch sensor, a robot can be programmed to see the world as a blind person might, reaching a hand out and responding when it touches something, right? तो आप इस तरीके के टास्क परफॉर्म करा सकते हैं by the help of touch sensor. Like if you want to do one task, very simple task, like your robot will move forward when it comes in a contact of any kind of obstacle and your touch sensor is pressed, then your robot will come back in backward direction, right? तो इस तरीके का आप task prepare कर सकते हैं. So today I will tell you how we can do that kind of task in Lego Mindstorm software. So for that we will create a new fresh project. And you know very well what are the steps for that, because we have already discussed in yesterday class. So we will choose a program, and after that we will click on the given button that is open. And after that you can easily create your fresh file to create your code, right? Basically, a sensor lets a EV3 program measure and collect data about its surroundings, right? So sensor आपका यही task perform करता है, but today we will discuss about touch sensor. So touch sensor can detect the sensor's red button has been pressed or released. तभी आपकी situation को detect करेगा जब वो in कोई ना कोई state में occurrence उसकी आएगी. With this information, you can program action when the sensor is currently pressed, currently released, or in both condition, like I'm talking about bumped, right? When might we use this sensor? Useful for programming moving until touch sensor is pressed, released, or bumped. For example, if you put a touch sensor on the robot, on the front of the robot, you can have it stop moving if it runs into something. You can have also have your program start or stop when a touch sensor is pressed, right? So you can create any kind of situation. So firstly, we will create a situation like this. So for that, firstly, we have to leave the motor on. That means आप अपने steering block को लेंगे. You can choose a steering block and put it here, because right now we are not moving for a second. So we will choose a condition that is on condition we can take, and you have to check your port numbers as well, and then you can use touch sensor. So where is touch sensor? Touch sensor you can use by the help of weight block, and I think weight block is here. Yes, in flow control block we have one weight block in which all sensors are available. So you can put it here like this, and then you have to click on that, and here you can see the brick button, color sensor, gyro sensor, infrared sensor, motor rotations, temperature sensor, timer, touch sensor, ultrasonic sensor, energy meter, NXT sound sensor, messaging, time. All options are available in this weight block. So right now, what are the conditions for us? The condition is we can pick touch sensor, and in touch sensor we have two modes. First one is compare and second one is change. So right now, what is the situation? Situation is very simple. We are comparing two things. Like अगर हमें कोई भी obstacle मिलता है, उससे वो touch होता है, hit होता है, तो आपका robot back condition में आना चाहिए. That means you are comparing these conditions, right? So that's why we are picking compare. If you want to change anything, like अगर आप कोई भी state को change करना चाहते हैं, you can choose the second one. But right now we are doing comparing, so that's why we are using compare, and after that this is the state mode. By the help of this state mode, we can pick any state like released, pressed, or bumped. So we will select this one, and now you can see it will provide the value where we can change the conditions. Like first one is 0, that is for released. Second one is pressed, that is for 1, and third one is 2, that is for bumped condition. So in this way, we can choose any state for touch sensor. Right now, I'm going to take a pressed. जैसे ही मेरा रेड बटन टच सेंसर का प्रेस हो, आपके रोबोट को बैक कंडीशन में आना है. So you have to go back in action block, and in which you can choose a steering block, because I have told you in yesterday class how we can go in backward direction. So for that we need to put a negative value in the power condition, right? Power state. So here's the power state, and right now I'm going to put the negative value here. Like this, and you can maintain the speed as well, like 50 speed is enough. So I will provide 50 around 50 value. So that is negative value, and I'm providing the seconds. Kitna usko backward aana hai, like 6. For a 6 second, it will move back when it comes in any obstacle touch, right? आप जैसे ही किसी भी ऑब्स्टिकल के टच में आता है, then your robot will go back in backward direction. So in this way we can create a code, and you have to check the port of sensor as well. Like if you are using port number 2, so you have to change the port number here also, like this. So this is a basic program, and if you want to do one thing more, like the same task is okay, the same task will done repetitively, so you can use one thing more. There is loop. Here's the loop, right? And you can put the same code under the loop like this. So firstly you have to attach the loop block after the start block, and then you have to put all the blocks one by one inside the loop like this, right? And then you have to set the timing, like the same task will run unlimited time. That means आपका जो सेम टास्क है वो रिपीटेडली होता रहेगा, तो आप उसको अनलिमिटेड यूज कर सकते हैं कि लाइक जैसे ही कोई ऑब्स्टिकल आता है ये रोबोट विल गो बैक। अब आप वहां पर बैक आ गए हैं, कोई ऑब्स्टिकल नहीं है, देन आपका सेम टास्क परफॉर्म होगा। तो इस तरीके से आप यहाँ पर चूज कर सकते हैं। इवन यू कैन चूज काउंट, like how many times you want to do the same task, like 5 times only, and after that it will stop. Then you can use that kind of loop structure as well, with the help of code, right? So in this way we can create a touch sensor task. And now I'm going to tell you how we can create a ultrasonic program, and after that we will run both codes one by one. Okay, so what is the role of ultrasonic sensor? Firstly, we will learn this thing. So I'm going to tell you. Yes, firstly, you can see the picture of ultrasonic sensor, just like a two-eye structure, right? You can see on the screen, this is the ultrasonic sensor, which is also available in your kit, EV3 kit, right? And what is the objective of this sensor? It is also a digital sensor, but it can measure the distance of any object in front of it, like any kind of obstacle is available in front of the ultrasonic sensor, then you can easily detect the obstacle in a centimeter, in inches, right? So by the help of this, you can easily resolve this solution. But it does this by sending out high frequency sound waves and measuring how long it takes the sound to reflect back to the sensor. So the sound frequency is too high for you to hear. So distance to an object can be measured either in inches or a centimeter. आप कोई भी कैटेगरी चूज कर सकते हैं, किसी भी कैटेगरी से आप अपने ऑब्जेक्ट को डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। लाइक आपका रोबोट स्ट्रेटली मूव कर रहा है एंड देन रेंडमली कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है फॉर अ 5 सेकेंड, आप सोच सकते हैं कि सॉरी फॉर 5 इंचेस के बाद आपका कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है, तो आपका सेंसर वहीं से डिटेक्ट कर लेगा कि आफ्टर 5 इंचेस कोई ना कोई ऑब्स्टिकल है। You want to stop, you can. If you want to move in right direction, you can. If you want to move in left direction, you can. If you want to go back in backward direction, you can, right? तो कोई भी आप टास्क वहां पर एड ऑन कर सकते हैं और आपका सेंसर एग्जैक्ट 5 इंचेस से पहले उस टास्क को परफॉर्म करेगा, राइट? आप देख सकते हैं इस तरीके से इसकी जो वेव्स हैं वो डिटेक्ट करती हैं ऑब्जेक्ट को, वापस रिफ्लेक्ट बैक करती हैं उसके सेंसर पर। Okay, now I will tell you how we can code for this. So I'm just creating a new program for this. Yes, and here the same thing we will do. We can do one thing, like firstly we will start our steering block. That means it is an on condition. Set move to on. That is the first condition. जो आप moving block दे रहे हैं, moving statement दे रहे हैं, moving condition दे रहे हैं, that should be in on condition, right? And after that you can set wait block to use the ultrasonic sensor, because I have already teach you about the wait block, in which we have so many options are available to do any task, right? So you have to put it here like this. Yes, and then we have a ultrasonic sensor block. Yes, here it is. And again, we have two conditions like compare and change. In compare, we have three things like distance, centimeter. If you want to detect your object in a centimeter, you can choose this one. And if you want to detect your obstacle within inches, so you can use the second one. And if you want to detect the same thing by the presence or listen mode, you can use this one. लाइक इतने दूरी पर कोई ऑब्जेक्ट की आपको प्रेजेंस या कोई भी लिसनिंग स्किल्स आपको आती है, then you can listening conditions कोई भी आती है, then you can use a third thing also. In second condition the concept is same. चेंज आप कब यूज करते हैं? जब आप एक एडवांस मैथमेटिकल ब्लॉक यूज कर रहे होते हैं, वहां पर आपको कंडीशंस को चेंज करना होता है. एज कंपेरिजन टू कंपेयर ब्लॉक, दैट टाइम यू कैन यूज चेंज, बट राइट नाउ वी आर डूइंग कंपेयरिंग, बिकॉज यहाँ दो चीजों को आप कंपेयर करते हैं. लाइक अगर इतने टाइम पर कोई ऑब्स्टिकल है देन आपका वो सेंसर वर्क करे, अदरवाइज नहीं करे. अदरवाइज जिस स्टेट में है, ऑन कंडीशन में है, तो वो ऑन कंडीशन में ही रहे, राइट. सो यू कैन यूज दिस वन एंड यू कैन पिक डिस्टेंस इन इंचेस और सेंटीमीटर, जो भी आप यूज करना चाहते हैं. एंड आफ्टर दैट वी हैव 6 statements और 6 conditions. First one is equals to, like अगर आप कोई भी वैल्यू प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, like मैंने यहाँ पर प्रोवाइड किया है, that is 6 inches, 6 इंचेस तक आपको इसको चेकआउट करना है. तो क्या वो इक्वल कंडीशन में आप उसको फेस कराना चाहते हैं अपना टास्क, या फिर नॉट इक्वल्स टू, जब तक वो ना हो उसके इक्वल तब वो टास्क परफॉर्म करे, या फिर उससे ज्यादा वैल्यू जाने पर उसको परफॉर्म करे. लाइक 6 तक आप गए एंड 6 के अबव होते ही, 7 होते ही आपका टास्क रन करे, या फिर आप चाहते हैं ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल्स टू, दैट मीन्स उससे अबव रहे और 6 भी रहे, दोनों कंडीशन तक आप चेक कराना चाहते हैं, और लेस देन और लेस देन इक्वल्स टू, आप कोई भी मोड यूज करना चाहते हैं. सो वी विल टेक अ लेस देन, कि जब तक वो 6 से लेस रहे तब आपका ये टास्क परफॉर्म होना चाहिए. ओके, so task is what? Task is very simple. Your robot will in stop mode, stop state, right? So you have to pick a steering block. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Yes, so we will take a steering block and then we will put here. अब हमें इसको बैक कंडीशन में नहीं लाना है. वी हैव टू सेट दिस कंडीशन इन ऑफ मोड. सो हियर इज द मोड. वहीं पे आपका जो स्टीयरिंग ब्लॉक है स्टॉप हो जाना चाहिए जैसे ही वो 6 सेंटीमीटर से लेस कंडीशन में आता है, राइट. Again, you can check all the ports, and after that you can download the same code in your EV3 machine, and then you have to just play by the help of this play button.